Aloha. This is Tiger, aka Tigmonk, and I'm totally stoked to be doing this interview. My beautiful friends at Wake Magazine asked me to participate in the awesome stuff that they're creating, so I was like, why not? Sounds like a kick-ass time. And so Ivy out there sent me some questions. 3 questions for an interview. We're going to go through them and do one video per question. The first question is, in your video, No Words, Only Love, your gaze is mesmerizing and beyond sincere. What was the inspiration behind and purpose of creating this video of intimate eye contact without the use of words? And to be really just honest, the inspiration was just simply life being life. In the way of there wasn't really a agenda after the present moment. So in that you could say the inspiration was to enjoy myself, to have a kick-ass time. And being that I'm constantly talking on these videos, knowing that I'm not really communicating what it is that I'm attempting to communicate, and so I'm pointing, I wanted to just not say anything and share it in that way. And so I really didn't anticipate it to do anything other than just to be another shared video. However, the resonance as I was sitting there in my car and what I was focused on was simply a space of gratitude, but a gratitude for all things. And to bring some distinction to this, typically when we think of gratitude, we think of, oh, I'm thankful for this, but not that. I like this, but I don't like that. So we put our gratitude to one side of the coin. And the space in which I was holding it was a gratitude for everything, realizing that the tails is also the heads of the coin. Realizing that the negative couldn't exist without the positive, and vice versa. Much like a magnet, if you were to try and get rid of the negative aspect, you would just create a new magnet with a positive and negative charge. So you can't get away from that. And so the space of absolute peace that allows for a tremendous amount of love is the inclusion of both sides. It's recognizing that you couldn't have this without the other. Much like in the same way when we look out at this forest here. Oh, those dogs are going crazy. If you look out into this forest, it looks like you have a bunch of separate trees. There's one there, and there's one there, and one there, and they look like they're separate. But what we're not paying attention to is every one of those trees is plugged into the soil, or the ground. And the ground connects them all. There is an element that brings them all together so that it's one movement. And what feeds this tree over here, and what feeds that tree over there is the same breath. It's the same force that's giving life to itself. And so in that, the only thing that separates this tree from that tree is my projection of that. In the space of reality, in the space of now, it's just one movement. And also our labels do this as well. When we say, oh, that's a tree because it's not also that. But in truth, it's all the same thing. It's just one movement. And so a very deep, sincere gratitude is the recognition that if you have gratitude for one thing, then you automatically have gratitude for all things. It's just not being recognized. And this, of course, is pointing to a mind divided against itself. Much like we look at what we are as human beings and we say, oh, I'm thankful for this, but not for that. Not realizing you couldn't have this part of yourself if it wasn't also for this part. So in truth, you're thankful for the whole thing. And so this space of unity where everything just comes together in the single point of right now, essentially that's what I was expressing gratitude for, was just the space of what's real, just the space of what we are, which is the completeness of love of self, the love of everything. And so in this, in the same way, other people, they appear to be separate, they appear to be here and over there, but in truth there's a breath that we are all breathing and all connected in that way. So essentially, other people you are connected to more than you could even possibly imagine. And we only imagine ourselves separate from it. We give people names and say, oh, that's who they are and this is who I am. But yet, if you remove all the stories, it's just like the trees. It's like, oh, wow, it's just one thing happening. So, yeah, that's what I was focused on in that video. And thank you for asking that, because I get lots of comments and questions that imply that there was some sort of intent to do something other than just enjoy myself. But no, sorry to burst your bubble. I wasn't trying to change the world. Just having a kick-ass time. So thank you for that, and we'll do another video here and move on to question 2. Aloha, and cheers to the beauty that you already are.